Hello everyone, I'm Justine with State of Grace Tarot. Welcome to my little channel here on TarotTube. Today I have just a general reading for the week of Monday, March 31st through Sunday, April 6th. We have a new month coming up, and I just thought it would be fun to do a week ahead reading just to get, a general understanding of the overall energy we have going on, and things we need to know and do, and just get a general sense of the week. I've been doing these weekly readings for a bit now, and I really enjoy them, so I hope that you will find them enjoyable as well. Just a reminder, this is a general reading, meaning it may not connect, which is, totally normal. Feel free to take what resonates and leave the rest. So with that, I will get this shuffled and ready to go. All right, today I'm using my new Windbell Island tarot deck, which I just love these cards. I have a walkthrough if you haven't seen that yet. All right, so for our overall energy for the week, we have the Two of Wands, which is interesting because we're just leaving that deck in Aries. So what do we need to know? We have the Star. What do we need to do? We have the Two of Swords. What do we need to release? We have Death. And what do we need to complicate? I can't talk today. Contemplate. We have the Ace of Cups. So the Two of Wands energy, is all about planning and looking ahead and seeing what steps need to be taken for the future. So the overall energy of the week is really assessing the world around us and assessing our domain. In the Thoth, this is called the Lord of Dominion. And, it's about being in control. So, this week, thinking about what areas of our life do we need more control over, and what actions need to be taken in order to gain that control, in order for us to find the balance and the stability that we need to be able to operate from. What do we need to know? We have the Star, which is about hope, because, we see here in the Two of Swords of what we need to do, and Death and what we need to release. So the Star is a good reminder to, have faith in ourselves that we're not going to get lost in this week, and, being able to see on the brighter side of things. Maybe there is something uncomfortable that we need to release this week and we need to move on from, but knowing that it's the right choice and that, the universe has our back is a good message. So this is, a good solid foundation and a good reminder that, we may be on this journey through the week, but we're not going to get lost. The Star is, about renewal and finding that inner peace. So where in our lives can we really tap into our inner self and our core purpose and core being and really find that inner peace to help us move forward through the week? And what we need to do, we have our second two of the spread, which it's about balance, and we're trying to find the balance this week, is what it seems like to me. The Two of Swords is about making a decision. Maybe you're being pulled into different directions in your mind, but finding that North Star and knowing what path you want to go down, making the decision, stop weighing and oscillating back and forth between the two decisions, stop, letting the indecision drag you down. This is telling me that we know the answer. We know what we need to release. We know what we need to move on from. So we need to stop thinking about the other option and make the decision that we know to be the correct one. And we have death for our release this week. There's something in our lives that we need to let go of, to move on from. And in that, there is the possibility of a rebirth and a renewal. To me, the star is telling me that this is much needed, and we're holding on to something that's not great for ourselves, for our mental health, and for our creativity. That there's something we need to stop. And to me, the Two of Swords is telling me that we know what it is. What we need to contemplate, we have the Ace of Cups, which, where in our lives can we really tap into our emotions a little bit more? How can we pour ourselves out and open our hearts to the universe around us, to others, make those connections? Maybe there's something here, whatever's holding us back, that we need to let go of, is preventing us from moving on and from starting something new and starting something fresh. So I think I want to get, just a message from the Wild Whispers Oracles for us to carry with us this week. We have effort and renewal. So to me, this is saying, it's going to take a little bit of effort in order for us to let go of whatever it is we're holding on to. But in letting go, we're going to find that peace, that freedom, that renewal. We're going to step through the end of March and step into April. We have, a new month ahead of us. And so where can we let go of things that are no longer serving us and start start something new. I want to get into the guidebook and see if there's anything else that comes through. So for effort, the one great thing about this guidebook, it gives a practice. And so this speaks to how we can change the course of our life by making a 1-degree shift. So making a small, minimal effort daily shift to have a bigger impact over time is something that we can remain persistent with this week. So maybe this week, as part of our practice, we can choose one small micro habit that we can implement, or maybe there's one that we've already tried to implement that we need to revisit, but committing to ourselves this week that we're going to make the effort, we're going to make that small little change and carry that with us to see what larger impact it can have on our lives overall. For renewal, it points out that transformation doesn't occur in comfort. Every ending is also a beginning, and midnight is the time where the two meet. You cannot fly if you're unwilling to release the weight of the past pinning you to the earth. Your ego clings to familiarity and even its darkness, for it finds comfort in the known. So the practice that this recommends is pick an area of your belongings for an audit, whether it's cleaning out your closet or getting rid of unnecessary old paperwork. Expect the initial chaos. The mess will get bigger than when you begin, but decide to keep going and work through it. And watch the chaos gradually subside and ultimately pave the way for a much more organized space. You'll feel lighter. So maybe this week is a time for us to do a little bit of spring cleaning. I know I have my chaotic piles that I need to go through at various spots in the house. So I think that would be something, fun to dig into and clean that out, even if it's just one of them this week. So I think that's all I have for now. Thank you so much for joining and listening to this reading. I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you all for joining me, and I will see you again soon.